HDI printed circuit board HDI boards, another of the highest technology in PCBs, also are accessible at incredible. HDI panels have blind and hidden vias and typically include MicroVAX of 0.006 mm or below in size. They feature a greater circuit complexity than ordinary circuit boards. What is HDI PCB? HDI stands for High Density Interconnector. Any SATA connector with a greater wire volume per square meter than a regular board is termed HDI circuit board. HDI PCBs feature narrower gaps and outlines, more minor visa and grab pads, and increased connecting pad frequency. It is beneficial in boosting electrochemical characteristics and lowering the shape and volume of the device. HDI PCB is the superior alternative for the supervisor and pricey laminated PCBs. The circuit should have different characteristics for high-speed signal electrical demands. The thickness of the board should be increased by downsizing and configurations of the electrical components. The board is also highlighted with outstanding high density, thanks to the assembly procedures for leadless, fine-pitched packaging, and simultaneous chip connection. Difference between standard PC board and HDI PCBs. HDI naturally offered superior system reliability than non-HDI since the use of tiny blind and entered vias reduces all stretching capacities and inductivities. Because there are no gaps, MicroVAX resistance is near the trace frequency. The straying capacitance of a typical passage is substantially larger, resulting in more impedance irregularity than a sensor. The following are some of the main distinctions between HDIs and regular PCBs. Typical PCBs, less than HDI, bigger and heavier panels through holes. Thermal mechanics. Higher layer numbers may experience low pitch performance issues. HDI PCB, higher square inch component concentration. Smaller, thinner, more useful. PCBs blind, concealed, and MicroVAX solution. Direct optical drilling. Medium access number, increased pin count and small pitch compatibility. Packages. Layout for HDI. High density, HDI, interconnection design refers to a series of strategies to design a PCB where trace widths typically decrease around 8 miles, 0.2 millimeters. These strategies are meant to guarantee that your plates remain compact, and element count is increased to a greater density of systems into a single panel. Not all circuits need HDI designing approaches for a myriad of purposes, whereas certain parts require HDI approaches for effective routing. An HDI board needs smaller vias to achieve layer transformations, especially for BGA-grade devices, and more lines per mm2. For exemplary pitch modules, the following common characteristics are included in an HDI structure: smaller vias. For layer changeover, HDI boards typically employ microvias or laser-bound, delusional, and stagger vias. Such pathways have a lower refresh rate than usual pathways. Their widths are lower, and their practical depth is consequently limited to employ these vias using fine-tuning components. Diluted traces. The smaller trails used in HDI panels are necessary to link the vias on every layer and the in-pad vias. These smaller traces permit increased trace frequency, the name HDI. Count of higher layer, the constructed of non-HDI panels with large layer numbers, but when dealing with high pin frequency electronics, HDI layer numbers may quickly exceed may 20th be more layers. Lower levels of signal. For high frequency or high tides, HDI circuits are not utilized. The elevated field strength between adjoining lines causes ESDs, and high tides create an excessive increase in conductive temperature. Looking at the above criteria and IPC requirements, you may determine whether a board is transitioning to the HDI system, which requires HDI design and routing technology. The current permissible aspect ratio for through-the-hole vias is 8:2 as per IPC 2321A/IPC 2422 regulations. Aperture equals via detail diameter. This indicates that the lowest drill diameter for a cross-hole through a normal thickness of 1,56 mm PCB amounts to 0,197 mm or 8 miles. As your via has to be shorter to enable fine pitch parts, certain HDI specialized modules must be used through layouts and smaller traces. HDI PCB advantages. The virtual world becomes sophisticated day by day, while the hardware involved becomes much smaller. There are various benefits of HDI PCBs, beginning with greater connectors in smaller regions. As a consequence, boards may be miniaturized in diverse fields. Your devices are not hefty anymore. They're smart and attractive. You can operate on your notebook and keep your company going on a trip. You may also view your smartphone's favorite action film, some quite strong compared to your computers. Or you may connect in and then get into the rhythm with your wireless earbuds. The human race loves technology, and it has become a part of everyone's life. All electrical equipment was built for mobility at this time. Electronic gadgets for recreation purposes are developed. All this was feasible because the parts and PCBs within the electronic gadgets were miniaturized. In developing all electrical devices, the PCB sector plays a vital role. Maybe this will be a pacemaker or chipset at a software's workstation. PCB allowed the creation of critical digital equipment. Fantastic flexibility. HDI circuits are appropriate for those who focus on weight, economy, dependability, and efficiency. Easy installation. The integration of blind VISAs and MicroVAX reduces the space need. Better integrity of signal. HDI includes technology through inside and blind. This helps to bring the circuits closer together, which reduces the length of the signal route. The HDI feature reduces through stubs and decreases signal distortions, and improves system performance. It enhances the signal integrity considerably owing to shorter signal routes. Signal credibility. Stubs and their impact on signals and data transmission rate reduction. High certainty. Stacked VISAs give these panels fantastic protection against harsh environments. Cost effective. The capability of a normal 8-layer PCB may be lowered without losing quality to work in a real HDI board. Why using HDI? HDI boards are particularly attractive to portable, mobile, and portable electronics due to their slim, dependable performance and tiny size. These heavier, small molecules and extra transistors interact with the layout of and improve skills to increase the performance of the printed circuit board and the finished result for which it is employed. Electrical signals require reduced time to travel with equipment closer to one side. The elevated design of HDI panels decreases the signal increases and the capacitance, reducing the impact on surrounding pins and pipes. Additional circuits provide not only an improved user experience but also greater performance. Focusing on HDI architecture reduces the time and expense of growing prototypes, shortens lead times, and provides a substantial cost advantage. Automotive. Automobile makers are very attracted by compact PCBs because they can also save room in the car. The merging of technological gadgets to create better driving dynamics was the emphasis of car makers on future automobiles from firms like Tesla. Medicare. The HDI PCB influences the medical sector. Medical equipment is frequently HDI since it can integrate into compact devices such as implants, laboratories, and imagery. Medical devices play a key part in illness diagnosis and support life. Defibrillators, patient monitoring equipment. The inside section of the patients may be viewed, and the correct diagnosis may be obtained using the tiny camera dimensions. The cameras are becoming smaller, yet the quality of the image is not affected. The HDI PCB was developed to enable these advances to be accommodated. The sensors that have to be placed from equal angles, which some people consider discouraging, have decreased in size with a higher quality of images. Doing a colonoscopy will no longer hurt a lot. Tablets and smartphones. All cell phones are ELIC-built HDI PCBs, each layer connectivity. Smaller transportable electronic gadgets are responsible for generating thinner HDI PCBs. Aerospace and military. HDI is included in secure systems and other critical equipment such as missiles and defensive systems. The HDI PCBs are appropriate for severe and dangerous settings, making them perfect for aircraft and medical operations. Wearable devices. HDI has become a key consumer player by launching Apple Watch and other accessories such as VR headsets. Digital devices have become popular with the youthful generation because of their outstanding utility. HDI board types. A range of vertical goods includes HDI boards, such as missile guidance makers and essential devices and diagnostic devices. The lightweight of HDI panels is also excellent for the aerospace industry and smaller laptops and smartphones. These are some renowned circuit boards of HDI manufactured. Using surface-to-surface vias confluence through vias and entered vias, multiple layers of HDI contained through a passive substratum without electronic components, coreless design by using layer sets, alternate coreless buildings by using layer groups. Final thoughts: HDI circuits are appropriate and preferable for most applications relating to aviation, consumer items, electronic components. Due to its powerful connection of stacked vias, HDI boards with many layers provide greater durability even in intensive environments. The decrease in pressure gradient creates more room for designers to work, opening up the bare PCB to both edges for design. More closely located smaller components generate greater interfaces, enabling faster communication capability and a significant decrease in bridging delays and loss of signal. The HDI model enables the 8-layer hollow printed circuit board to be reduced to a 4-layer HDI microplate, with fewer layers capable of providing the same or superior performance. This decrease significantly reduces material prices, making HDI innovation for electronics makers more economic. The higher efficiency of micro HDI PCBs makes them dependable even in demanding settings. At PNC, you will get your HDI circuits done at an affordable rate. Contact us at sales@pnconline.com.